What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update, where we're also going to be taking a look at the dollar index, which seems to be very bullish. And what does that mean for Bitcoin? We're also going to take a look at the target that did hit and what I'm looking for now. If we're going to continue higher, I'm going to show you the area to watch. Otherwise, I'm going to show you our lower targets. And definitely stick around for the whole video. We're going to be looking at a few different things that you're definitely not going to want to miss. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Definitely check it out and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. And don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway every Monday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you subscribe to the channel, tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post videos, smash that like button, and leave a comment below. I'm also going to tell you how to win a $500 PrimeXBT account. Stick around for that. But anyways, yesterday, well, for the last week or so, we've been watching for us to come retest this trend line up top, which we have at the 51.8 range. But before we look at that, let's take a look at what's going on here. So looking at this in the 1 hour, we were watching this as a wedge. We got this wick above and closed back inside it. We are back above it now. Depending on if we move this top trend line up, that could show topped out on the dollar also, or on the hourly chart. But let's take a look at what I was talking about yesterday. And that was, if we opened and closed a 4 hour above this 49,559, that would be bullish 2 hour 51.8 target. And we did hit that. If you would have got in even at the very close of this candle, when we did open and close above there, would have been around 50,500, and you would have known we were going to around 51.8. So that could have been a nice trade. But anyways, let's take a look at the possibilities here. Now, if this is a wedge and that was a breakout, we could be going as high as 51.9 to 56.5. But I'm going to tell you the area to watch. If we get above, then we are going there. If not, we could be going much lower, and I'll talk about that here in a second. Also, let's get into the 4 hour. So here's the 4 hour. And if we look here, we're getting lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action. That is bearish divergence. But let's take a look. If we are able to break this, I'm going to move this over. That 51.8 to 50, depending on when, 5,200 to be safe. If we break that 5,200 today, we could be going up to our next target of around 55.9 to 56, somewhere in that range. If we're able to break above that and get support on it, then we're most likely headed all the way up to that $69,000 target, and that's just a measured move of this rising channel. But of course, first we have to break that trend line up top here. Otherwise, we most likely are going to come down and retest the bottom of this channel. And a break of this bottom of this channel would be extremely bearish. And I did throw the Fibonacci retracements on here, and we could look at some levels. If we do get rejected and we're not able to break the top of this channel, these are the areas to watch. First one being 37,600 is the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement. And then we have the 40,200, which would be the 0.5 fib. And if you use this rising channel to measure the time, this one would be around the first week of March. And if we were to come down to the 0.5 fib, that could be the middle of March. And if you guys have been watching my videos, you know I'm looking for a low in Bitcoin around June. Let's take a look at the next one at the 0.382 fib, and that one would be towards the end of March. Depending on how quick this comes down, if it comes down. Remember, if we do break this 5,200, we're most likely headed to at least 52,000. If we break that, we're headed to around the 55 to 56,000. And if we're able to break above that and get support, then obviously the measured move of the rising channel breakout would be around 69 to 70,000. But otherwise, 0.382 is around 43,000. And then we have our, if it really stretched out, went sideways for all the way to April, could be 46.2. I don't think that's going to happen, but if we do come down, it's probably going to be within the next month or so coming down to retest this trend line. Otherwise, again, if we break 52,000, then we're headed up to at least the $55,000 area. If we do hit that, we'll most likely come back down to retest this before continuing up. So be aware of that and be careful. If we take a measured move down, if we were to come down to this, and I know a lot of people don't think it's possible, be careful. Remember what happened in 2017. But anyways, if we were to break down here towards the first week of March and we break the bottom of this, it could be around the 19,800 range. And if we do it more towards the middle of March at the 0.5 fib, that would get us to around 22,000, and so on and so forth. We'll keep an eye on this. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you share the video if you enjoyed the content, and don't forget to smash that like button. All right, PrimeXBT, if you guys are interested in trading where you can make money if the market goes up or down, either direction, doesn't matter. You can always make trades and be profitable. So all you have to do is, there is a link down below. I will also leave a tutorial up top on how to use their margin. You can use my promo code Savy50 to get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus, up to 1 Bitcoin to use towards your margin, and Savy25 will get you 25% off your fees. You can trade crypto, forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything on one exchange. Now let's take a look at the Dow, and then we're going to take a look at the dollar, and then we're going to take a quick look at gold. We've had a gold target for months now, and it is heading there as of right now. And then we're going to go back into some more Bitcoin charts. Then we're going to look at Litecoin and Ethereum. So let's take a look at where we're at. If you look at where I have this arrow here on the Dow, it does look like we're making a fractal here. It does look like the Dow could be crashing down, as there's a lot of people out there saying that's just going to continue higher, which is possible, but you need to look at the bearish case here. If you look at the RSI here, we are making bearish divergence just like we did over here. And as you can see, right when we were in this drop here, look at it and then look at the RSI over here where we had this drop. It does look like we could possibly be seeing a major crash in the Dow, which will bring Bitcoin down regardless of what people say that it's not correlated with the market. Bitcoin will get dragged down if this crashes. The dollar index, we've been watching this forever. This fractal here is playing out beautifully. Like I said, if we break down below the 89.2, then I do believe the narrative that the dollar is dying. But until then, I don't see it. As you can see, this is a 3-day chart. Even the RSI fractal is playing out the same. We did come back down on this one to retest the wedge after we broke out. We do seem to be getting very bullish here. 55 EMA lies around 92.3, right in that range. The 200 EMA is right around the 94.7. If we break this, this could take weeks, possibly months for the dollar to rise. It doesn't obviously jump up like Bitcoin, but if we look here at the MACD, same thing. Everything is playing out exact in this fractal. So, and looking at where we're at now, we are breaking the 21 EMA. If we get support on that at around the 90.80, 90.8, next target's 55 EMA around that 92.3. So it is looking bullish, and when the dollar rises, Bitcoin drops, gold drops, everything drops when the dollar rises. Let's take a look at gold. We've had this chart up here for months, looking at it as an ABC correction possibly. My first target's 1736. If we break that, it is 1647. Keep an eye on this. It is playing out beautifully if you are trading gold. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin on the daily. We are still showing higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. We've talked about this. If we do get that major push up, we could go to that 55 level, possibly even the 69, 70 level, and still be creating divergence. So keep an eye on this, but it is looking pretty bearish. And when I say that, people think when it goes down, they're like, ah, you were wrong. No, I'm looking at the bigger picture. And if you're not, chances are you're going to get wrecked. Let's take a look at 2-day. Same thing, higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. That is bearish divergence. Let's go back to the 1-day for a minute. I do want to take a look at, as you can see, the volume is declining while we're rising. If we do get that push up, we'll get a big green volume. If not, I believe it's going to be a big red volume. And it is squeezing here. So let me zoom in so you can see it. It is squeezing. We're getting less and less volume and we're still rising. So when we do reach some big volume, which is either going to be, like I said, we break that 52,000, probably going to get a big green volume wick here. Otherwise, if we cannot get above that 52,000, this will be some red volume coming in and we will probably see a pretty massive drop. A lot of that's going to depend on what the traditional markets like the Dow does, because as you notice, the Dow made a new high yesterday, but it was under pressure to come down. And when it closed, that's when Bitcoin gets its rises while the traditional markets are closed. But usually if traditional markets open and they start going down, Bitcoin's going to go right down with it. Let's take a look at we took a look at the 2-day. Let's look at 3-day. Higher highs in the price, lower highs in the RSI, bearish divergence. Weekly, same thing, higher highs in the price, lower highs in the RSI. Monthly, same thing, lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action. So be careful, be aware, we could be seeing a massive drop if we cannot break that 52,000. If we break 52,000, like I said, 56,000 area would be the target. If that's able to break and get support there, then we would be looking for the $69,000 range. Now, let's take a look at, this is the dollar index overlaid on the Bitcoin chart. When the dollar bottoms, which it has bottomed on this trend line, Bitcoin is near its top, if not at the top. We have bottomed. Bitcoin obviously is getting a lot of hype and whatnot. But let's take a look at when the dollar tops, Bitcoin bottoms. So when this dollar gets up here, if I'm correct, this will be where you want to get back in Bitcoin and hold for long term. But until then, I'm still, like I said, I'm still looking for around June for the next low in Bitcoin, and we'll see what's happening there. This could be, we could get a long bear market just like we did over here in 17. And if you guys want to check my videos as to what I'm talking about here with the rising channel, the hype speculative bubble, and then coming back down, in 17 we did it, in 19 we did it, and if we form a triangle here, we could be seeing a sub 10,000. As much as people don't like to hear that, and I talked about it yesterday, if you get angry and you want to make some crazy comment about how wrong I am, you're running on emotion, just like people were in 2017, just like people were in 2019, and you see what happened after that. If you believe that that cannot happen, you might want to recheck your emotions. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but to not take into consideration that that's possible is absolutely insane. Every time Bitcoin has a parabolic run, it usually corrects 80 to 90%. And if we corrected from here where we're at, if we were topped here, it would be around the $8,000 range. So again, be cautious, be careful. I'm not saying it's going to crash, but I'm saying there's a possibility. Just like there's a possibility we break the 52,000 and go to 55 or 56. All right, let's take a look at, so our funding rate is extremely high. It's the highest it's been since 2019, when we topped in 2019. So there's another reason, another warning to be cautious. And Litecoin, we've had this target of 271 off of this Adam and Eve. Still very possible, especially if Bitcoin can go sideways for a while. It may continue rising to that 271 target. And then we'll see what it's looking like at that point. And Ethereum's getting a nice little run up with Bitcoin, of course. We talked about it breaking out of its 4-hour falling channel, came back to test it, and now continuing up. But we are making, not quite yet, but it looks like we'll be making some bearish divergence unless this RSI shoots up pretty quick. But if we come up to retest the top of this channel, it's going to be around 1988. And if that breaks, then we have a target around 2460, somewhere in that range. Otherwise, I believe we can come back down, retest the bottom of this channel, which would be retesting this old high around 1487. And if that was to break, we could be seeing $1,000 Ethereum or somewhere in that range. So be cautious, be careful, guys. If you enjoyed the content, check out my wife's webpage. There's links below along with my other affiliate links down there that help the channel out. She makes a lot of cool gift. She's got a lot of good gift ideas on here. And it's professionally done. She can put family pictures on this stuff, sayings, Bitcoin, whatever you want. There's also a crypto section with t-shirts, hats, coffee mugs, whatnot. So check it out if you haven't already. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel by clicking the CryptoSavvy logo above my head. Smash that like button. Leave the comment 500 below to get your chance to win the free $500 PrimeXBT account. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a wonderful day. Be careful. Use stops. Don't over leverage. Use risk management, and you will be a lot better off. Take it easy, guys. I'm out.